Fight!
Hi everybody, welcome to this new battle report. I'm Phil, the Balrog from Lord of the Lord, and today I'm welcoming a new member to our team, Samuel the Dreadfort Lord. Hi Sam, how are you doing?
Good, and you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm very glad to do this new battle report.
Yes.
It was so long before the last one, and I have one question for you before we begin the battle report. What is your favorite faction?
It's a Lannister.
That is the only good answer.
Yes.
Very grateful to have the first guest that said the right answer to to this question. All right, we played this game because we wanted to prepare ourselves for the tournament that is coming, the regional one that allowed us to qualify to the big tournament in the US. And me, I decided to play my Lannister because I was out of shape too long before I play my last game. I played, like you see at the screen, a EV panic list with Tywin Lannister as my commander. It was very simple: 3 units of cavalry, 2 knights, and 1 Bolton flameman, and Tywin Lannister in my poor fellow. I wanted to take advantage of Tywin tactic cards that allowed to give his action to another unit, and that's the reason why I put him in a cheap unit. After that, my 3 NCU were there to support my cavalry. The Sparrow was there to trigger the healing. Pixel for the weaken my enemy, allowing me to stay safe. And Roos was for the offense. And the fact that he can put panic token and maybe trigger the Sparrow healing ability another time. My objective was very simple: rush as fast as I was able my opponent with my 3 cavalry unit before he was going to be able to zap them with his panic test with Melisandre and Jaqen. Go place Tywin on an objective token as soon as possible to use issue order if I draw the card and try to outmaneuver him with my charging multiple cavalry in a unit, killing one of them at a time. That was my plan. Samuel, now, oh yeah, before we finish, now you see my army painted for the game. Always glad to see it all painted because we know we are proud when we can bring an army full paint on
Yes.
the table.
Yeah.
Now I give you the your time. What was your army and the idea behind it?
Well, my main idea was just to try the Baratheon faction. It was the first time I played them, and I went with more thematic list. So I went with the four Stannis units, so Kingsman, Queensman, Lightbringers, and Faithful. Uh, I had my NCU, my two NCU were Melisandre and Jaqen. I took Melisandre because her ability is very good, and Jaqen to mimic her abilities. So I have twice the snipe for the panic test, uh, and I have very high morale units with dauntless or stubborn tenacity that allow to deal wounds or heal wounds when they pass panic test. So that was very good for my plan. That was to survive the initial charge for your cavalry, and then to win an attrition war of healing and dealing wounds from the panic test of Melisandre and Jaqen. Uh, Now, when you sent me your list of three cavalry that had three cavalry, I wanted to change one of my units to maybe a roller linebringer and an attachment to change for a stag, a champion of the stag, but I decided to leave it as it is because I really wanted to try just a thematic and to try the faction as a whole because I've played all factions but never Baratheon.
Nice. And we see you are very skilled painter.
Thanks.
When I saw that Baratheon is like one of your not your main faction, not even your second faction, and you paint them as beautiful as them. I was like, this guy is an artist.
Thanks. Thanks.
All
But
right.
to
And
be
now
fair,
as you
they are very, very nice models. The Baratheon, the Knight in Armor, and the Roller faithful with the flaming sword. I really enjoyed painting them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too. I bought them just because I think Baratheon are some of the best model
absolutely.
in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
You saw the five objective at the screen that we draw, and we took border. If I remember well, Sam won the dice roll and decide to take his side of the table, and me I decide to let him begin the turn. Now, when you're gonna see the NCU, when Jaqen copy Melisandre, you're gonna see Samuel is using a red priestess to mimic Melisandre. Then don't be uh, it's normal if you don't see a Jaqen
yeah.
on the tactic board. Now we see that you take the envelope and make me a pass panic test after taking your own
Yeah. And because
and
Melisandre very synergizes very well with the faithful, because uh, you give panic test to them, they pass because they have too much morale, and they gain tokens to use their ability later. So that's it's very good with them.
yeah, and if you are very unlucky, what I really like it's because of the attachment, you lose one less wound by the panic test.
Yes, exactly. And now I because to use the ability of Melisandre, you have to pay two units before the panic test. But
Yeah, two
now
wound, yes.
we didn't. I don't think we showed the card, but I played Baratheon Conviction, so I could heal two right away.
Actually, we saw it on the on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and now you just made me four wound. I decided to go as soon as
Yeah,
I was able
yeah,
to go back on the purse to heal some of
yeah,
these wounds. And I was going to put you a weekend token, but you placed tag wits in my face. I was no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
not that soon.
I really
Uh,
because one thing what I like about Lannister when I play Lannister a lot, it's that we always can do something when something is thrown at us. We always have something we can figure out. Counterplot, intrigue and subterfuge, and all the cards. But Baratheon also have quite a lot. Stag Zuit, it's a very good card for me.
That's true. And we just saw that you make your huge panic bomb combo,
Yeah,
but I was lucky. I had Intrigue and Subterfuge in my
yeah,
hand. Then I was able to block Melisandre ability. And after that, I passed the panic 10.
yeah,
I need to tell you that I was so scared of the Melisandre back to back because of Jack and
yeah,
Hagen ability. And I was so I was feeling so great because I say okay, one round everybody survive, now
that's
we
good.
can play
Yeah,
the
yeah.
round
No, the
and
first round was very good. And I knew this build that I have. Would work less good against Lannister because you have intrigue and subterfuge, but like Stark or Night's Watch, they don't have cards like this that can just cancel. They have other things that could, but they don't have a card that will cancel an NCU ability completely like this. So I knew you had twice in your deck that you can cancel one of my power.
yeah, we just see me play Lannister pays death on the cavalry unit. I decided to play the card on my far cavalry because I was thinking that it was the one that was the most likely to
Yeah,
survive because she was the further one, the most outside of your other
mm,
unit. The other thing I wanted to say is yes, Lannister have intrigue and subterfuge, and it's so good to survive
yeah.
the panic bomb combo, but Lannister have not good
No,
morale
no,
overall.
that's true.
That means that
Yeah,
as soon as your two intrigue and subterfuge are played, you can pay an FT price
yeah.
against this combo.
But your list it wasn't that bad because I think the two well your three cavalry they have six and poor fellow has six, so six it's okay. But let's say a Lannister player with guards or mountainsmen that's seven. So right away it's seven, and the minus two from the roll it's nine. It's good chances you get 1d3 plus two wounds almost every time.
That's true, and that's the reason why I'm very fearful of seven morale
Yeah,
unit.
yeah,
But I mean, my two main opponent it's Alex and Steve that we saw
yeah, yeah,
in the other battle report, and they always have freaking five command value because of their
hmm
Targaryen and
hmm
their Night Watch unit. But I had I think I had a good army, and like we said, we wanted to try stuff for the
Yeah,
tournament.
absolutely.
You saw me. I took my poor fellow, put them on the objective like I wanted, and I was lucky because first turn I had one of my card that was issue order. I knew that in the next round I will be able to attack you with a charge or an attack, taking my poor fellow unit. Then I knew that I placed them well,
Hmm.
and I was in the mindset to attack your Queensman, like I said, with two or three of my cavalry unit, being able to kill them fast, and after that, going on with all my cavalry
Hmm.
on your
Hmm.
other units and snowballing the game. That was my game plan.
Yeah, I
On yours,
one because for me, yes, it was first time I play Baratheon, but the list I chose, the thematic list, it's typically not a list I play ever because when I prepare, I try a new faction or I prepare a list, I never take archers. I don't like archers in this game. I don't think they're good, uh, except some exceptions where they can be good. But I don't like static archers like this that just have to stay and shoot. And I always put at least one cavalry to be able to either outmaneuver the opponent infantry or to protect myself against cavalry. So for me, this was very not an army for my game style that I play normally.
mm. But I understand why you chose this kind of build. You were going to a roller team
Yeah, yeah,
list, and because of the panic, I saw the combo, and because you didn't have a lot of point left because you put so much good
yeah,
attachment to be
yeah.
able to resist panic. You saw me. What I did at the end of the first round was to put my cavalry, my knight of cavalry with the Lannister pays death card as far as I could because I knew with the free movement, the free maneuver at the beginning of my turn with the cavalry, I was going able to charge you in the
Yeah.
flank. And you're gonna see what's gonna happen, but I need to tell you that I think everybody gonna be surprised of the result of what's gonna happen at the beginning of round two. And you on your side, you position yourself like this. Were you going to put several units on objective, or in your mind you were going to fight my
Uh,
cavalry head to
well,
head?
I don't have want to spoil the rest of the game, but for me, the Kingsmen and Queensmen with the healing I had and the because Queensmen have order that I can get Baratheon conviction that can heal me. And the Kingsmen have Dauntless where I can heal every time I pass panic test. So I thought I had a lot of time that they could hold together with support from Lightbringers. So I had time to bring my Faithful near the bug, more in the middle of the table, in round 3 or 4 to attack from the flank. Uh, uh, but we'll see. We'll see the rest of the game what happens.
Yeah, but me it was the opposite. My minding was I need to
Yeah,
kill him
yeah,
as fast as I
absolutely.
can to be able
And I knew it was
to
that
be
because Casterly Rock, there's very strong. The 10 dice 3+ with Sun Ring, super strong. But once you've charged, once you're engaged, it's hard to deal damage with them because even fold it's 6 dice 3+. It's not that. It's okay, but it's
exactly.
not that good.
And you saw me, I roll my charge
Yeah.
distance. We didn't even see the maneuver because we knew that it was going to be in the flank. And I decided to put myself 50-50 like this, further toward his side because I wanted to be able to charge with my two
Mhm.
cavalry in the front if I was unlucky with the dice roll. But actually, I was pretty
Yeah.
lucky. I
It's
was able
10
to land
hits.
all the
Yeah.
10 hits in his flank. And because of Thunder Ring and in his flank, he was rolling 5
5
plus.
plus. Yeah. And yeah, that was that hit hard. That was eight wound on the
Eight
first
wound.
action of round two. It's a lot. And
It's a lot, but you see, he had also a panic on this guy because when I took Rose first round, we didn't see it or we passed over it, and I decided to make a panic test to the archer. Samuel passed the panic test, but I put the panic test on the Queen's men because I knew that they have their ability that if they pass a moral test, they could survive at one
yeah,
point. And in my mind, I wanted to make all my to make all the chance that you're gonna fail this die and kill them without using the two
mm.
time that you have the right to do it.
And here we see you remove a medal because that was what I was thinking about the attrition war is when you attack me, it's okay. You deal me 8 wounds, but then I get Baratheon conviction and I heal 2, and because of stubborn tenacity, you get 1 wound. So out of the 8, only 6 remain, and you get 1. So it wasn't all that bad after the 8 wounds I took.
It's once by rank, I think. It didn't make me two wounds.
No, it's oh no, not stubborn tenacity. It's I don't remember. I'll look. I'll go back to you. It's another ability that the stagnite noble gives. Oh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it was
Go down fighting.
go down fighting. It was 2 wounds from the 2 ranks, and stubborn
Exactly.
tenacity. It's 1 wound from the panic test I passed. So it was 3 wounds for you and 6 for me. Yeah,
Yeah, and I was very like in my mind I was astonishing that okay, I charged him in the flank. Okay, I make him like 8 wound. I was glad of myself. I see yourself healing. I was kind of mad. Not mad, but like, oh yeah, I forgot that by return conviction
yeah,
could heal. And after that, I see myself getting 3 wound. I
yeah.
was okay. It's going
And
fast.
that again because I healed. You removed me 2 ranks. Then I healed 2, and then I used power of Melisande, so I take again 2 damage. So it's another wound, and then I pass panic test, and it's another wound. So that's 5 wounds total, and I even haven't even attacked yet.
Yes, some people may think that it's a risky move, but in doing so, you are going to give me another 2 wounds. That means that on my Unix, I have 5 wounds, and you didn't even attack me.
Or not
And
even
you're gonna
panic test,
see,
and now you do panic test. I think. Yeah,
yes, I'm gonna do the panic test with Melisande at -2, and you saw how strong the Queen's men are, and they are not even forced to attack me.
yeah,
It's really good. And at that moment, I was scared because we saw you. You were lucky because you had your two Baratheon conviction.
from the
One
beginning.
at
Yeah,
the round one, yeah, exactly. One at the round two, and because of the order, you were able to fetch
yeah.
another one. And we see yourself play your third Baratheon conviction and heal another two, and you see me failing the
That's another
panic test
five
from
wound. Yeah,
Melisande. 5 wound. That means that I have only two
yeah.
wound left. It was crazy. I say, never in my experience with the Lannister, I was not subissing, but I was going to have 10 wound without my enemy
Yeah.
even attacking me.
It's a lot of
It was
retaliation power. And here now I attack because I took the sword, so now I attack with the Lightbringers. Yeah,
exactly, and that's the reason why we wanted to practice because Baratheon is one of the faction I play. I didn't play a lot against them, and I wanted to feel how strong they were. And after this charge, I was like, I cannot believe it. I charged him with the flank with the EV cavalry, and I have less wound than him left in my unit.
so that's 2 hits on 7 dice, 3+, and that's because cavalry have 3+. So yeah, heal you.
It was only a
One
hit,
hit. Oh yeah,
but I
one
have
hit.
three
Okay.
plus save. But I was really hoping to save it because in my mind I was maybe going to survive. Oh no, it's true. I have two one left. That means that I have a panic test to pass, but I fail it. Then it means if I was going to pass the test, I was going to survive at 2 wound, but I failed it. Then it was meaning I have
Mhm.
only 1 wound left, and after that I have a panic test to pass at 7 because it was -2 but plus
Yeah,
one for the
yeah.
river tree, and I failed it. And that means, all right, I charge you in the flank, and the first activation you
I kill
take,
your unit.
my knight
Yeah,
are dead. At that time, I was kind of
What
okay.
the
My
fuck?
game is
Yeah,
going
yeah,
so poorly.
yeah,
What the fuck
yeah.
just happened? And I went to see on a Song of Ice and Fire stat, and the Queensmen right now are the unit with the most
Hmm.
win rate
Yeah,
in the Baratheon unit. And after this charge, I
yeah.
understand why.
Because what's really good about Queensmen, they're not good as for itself. Well, they're good, of course, because you can get healing from them. They have good attack, they have very good defense and morale, but they have no modifier to attack. But Baratheon, when you have Kingsmen with them, you can draw more cards. Ours is the Fury, so you can buff your units easily with attacks. Which Lannister, we don't have cards that buff our attack. We don't have cards that give a crit blow or vicious or sundering or +1 to it. So Queensman is very strong, and the cards from Baratheon make them even a lot stronger.
I agree so much. Since they changed the tactic depth from the Baratheon, the tactic depth now is very good and
Yeah,
powerful. If you wonder why I went on the purse, it's because I didn't want you to heal
yeah,
your unit
yeah.
more than it always is be. And in my mind, if I was not able to kill them in this round, I was going to lose the game. Then I decide to put Pixel, put a weekend on them that if you decide to try to charge me, they won't do a lot of damage, and covering the purse,
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
allowing you to heal.
And that's uh, it's very good that you did that because uh, purse, even if you don't heal, it's like if you just dealt 3 wounds to my unit. Because me, for sure, I was going for the purse after to heal my Queensman. So it's like if you just dealt me 3 wounds like this. And me, it's a tactic I use also when I play 3 NCU against 2. Even if I don't heal, I get the purse because I want to avoid the other one to heal a unit if it's damaged. Yeah,
Exactly. And now we see that you activate Jacken and you transform him in
yeah,
the Melisandre, and you did another 4 wound in my Knight of Casterly Rock. At that time, I
it's
was
not
okay.
going good.
Uh, it's not looking good, but it NCU is done.
Yeah,
I have
I still have the
the
horse. Yeah,
advantage on the in the
yeah,
activation number. Still have the orts open. I knew that I have my issue order card in my hand, and now I decide to put my Sparrow on your unit to be able to trigger some healing when the flame man gonna charge, because I knew that if you were going to fail a panic test, it was when my flame
yeah.
man gonna attack because of their vicious and intimidating presence.
I remember.
What were you thinking at that time? Were you thinking that
Oh
the
no, no,
game
no, no,
is
no,
won
no,
or
because I
no, no?
know
Okay.
you're a very good player. First, I know you're a very good player. Second, I know in this game it can always turn around, always, always, and not only once, twice, or thrice every game. So for me, a game, especially in round two, when only one unit is dead, it's I never think it's over. So you see here my plan with Faithful. It was not just to let them sit there. It was to next turn do another march. I wasn't in a hurry because in my I thought Queensmen and Kingsmen they're okay positioned. They can hold like this for 2 3 rounds, no problem, to give time for my Faithful to arrive. And I still wanted to go from one objective and then go to just to score a point in the mid run. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That, but that was good. Me, at my in my turn, I was wanted to charge you, but I was still a little bit scared of your
hmm,
archer too. But I decide to go with the Flemen. I say I need to kill them, and I didn't use issue order because I still wanted to try to make a bluff and make you feel
yeah,
safe if I was
yeah.
not going able to
And
kill you. And I was very lucky on the charge. I had two
yeah,
six that meant 8 wound.
and because
What were you going
before
to
we
say?
played, well, I play a lot Lannister. Tywin, I don't really play him, so I just looked at his card quickly, and I knew issue order was going to be part of your strategy. So I always kept in the back of my head that maybe the 2 cards you have in your hand, it's 2 free charges. I cannot know. So I always assumed that you were you had more in your bag than what showed on the table. Yeah,
Exactly. And now you see me being a little bit lucky. The luck was
yeah, a
changing a
lot
little
of
bit.
damage on a charge. I didn't save a lot because they're
Yeah.
the Queensmen. They're supposed to be my big defensive unit.
And like you say, I was hoping to do like two wound, maybe three. But when I saw I pushed 5 wound, I was lucky. I was
But
glad. And you
you
failed
see
your
here,
panic test.
it was a mistake because I actually passed it. I just forgot I was in short range of the werewood tree. Because Queensman it's 5, and I had the Stagnite Noble to 4, and the werewood it's 3. But I rolled a 3. I thought I didn't have it, but I actually had it. But it's okay. It's my
Yeah, but it's -3, no?
on the attack. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. I thought.
You
Oh
failed
no,
it.
but that's the okay. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah,
Okay. And now you saw I took the
and
panic
then
test because I
oh
wanted
yeah,
to.
that's
Oh, the dice
yeah.
fall the
And now
table,
I'm
and
dead.
I that
Yeah.
was the snake eye, and
Okay.
now
Now I
you're dead.
remembered.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's when I realize.
yeah. You forgot the
Yeah.
intimidating thing
But
presence.
that's when
Yeah,
I realize that I was right to think the game isn't over because you see, I just needed a 3 and I rolled Snake Eyes on last stand, which is supposed to make my tanky unit stay on the table. But uh, yeah, that was a bit of bad luck.
yeah, a bit of backlog for sure. And in my mind at that time, I was, woof, okay,
Yeah,
I'm back in the
yeah,
game. I still
yeah.
have a chance to win this one because if the Queensmen were to survive round two, in my in my mind, my chance to
Hmm.
win were
Hmm.
going to be abyssal. And I repositioned my Flayman to be 12 inch from the poor fellow to have
Yeah.
the issue order, and because I didn't want that to be in range of your archer when they're gonna be able to attack.
And that's what I think it's one of the big advantage of playing cavalry over infantry, and it's natural because I think it's like this in the real warfare, is you can position yourself to attack without giving the opportunity to your opponent to attack you. Because like how we are like this, for me, my chances to charge you with Kingsman, it's quite low. It's I think I needed a 4 or 5, so it was a gamble if I wanted to charge you. But you can charge me easily, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. I made myself hard for you to charge, and if you miss your charge, you have me in the flank, and even if you are able to charge me, it's kind of
Yeah.
a bad position. And I was pretty glad actually with my positioning at that moment, seeing the big defensive unit out. I was telling myself that the other
Hmm.
one gonna be able
Yeah.
be
And
easier
here
to
I charge and
destroy.
I got a 6, so I got lucky there.
Yeah, it was 5 or 6 to be able to succeed the charge. You roll a
Hmm.
6, it was very good. And now with your big offensive unit charging on my flamens, I was telling my son, okay, it's gonna be bad, but my cavalry gonna be able to retaliate in his flank. And I was pretty sure that you will not be able
Yeah.
to wipe me. I decided to play Subjugation of Power as soon because I was hoping to get rid
A
of
card.
your order and the Sundering, I think.
Them the Kingsmen, they don't have a bonus to attack, but it allows me to draw a card. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but the
yeah,
card
but
don't have Sundering on it.
yeah, and think I failed. Oh no, I got it. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you pass it. You went to fetch the card, and you were able to get it and
yeah. I think
play it
I took plus
on
one
your
to hit,
guys.
which is amazing with them because you were at 2+, and I took the Sundering, which is good against Flamemen because they're quite tanky.
Yes, if you attack a unit with 3+ um, save,
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
almost the staple. You need Sundering.
So that was 7 hits.
Then we see that you 7 hit no
Yeah.
one. It was good anyway. The probability were on your side to be able to have a 7 hit, and on my side I was a little bit lucky. I was able to save 4. That meant 3 wound on my Fleeman.
I think I really enjoyed Baratheon But the feeling I had with them is I felt I couldn't do much against you except attack you, of course, deal you damage. But like with Lannister, every time a unit activates or NCU or someone play a card, I always feel like I can decide if it's worth it to stop it or not. And every time I play another faction, I really like Greyjoy. You don't really have any control cards. Baratheon you have against a token, but not really control cards. But Lannister, that's why I really like them. It's you really have a lot of control in your hands, and there I really felt naked. So like now I
Yeah.
knew like I charge you, okay, fine, but I knew you were going to charge me after with the knights in the flank. So if I was Lannister, maybe I would have a subjugation of power to try to debuff your knights when you charge me. But now I just have to wait and and endure it.
Yeah, exactly. But me, I don't really like subjugation of power. But it's true that if you're able to play it and trigger his ability, taking out the ability of the cavalry, that's meant fewer dice, no sundering, can be
Yeah,
like game
yeah,
changing.
yeah,
And I'm 110% agree with you. Intrigue and Subterfuge is
yeah.
so
To
a
time it,
great card of
if you
control.
time it well.
Uh,
Yeah,
right now, it's the card that can save you
yeah,
against Hotel
yeah,
NCU that is
yeah,
so nasty. I really, really hate him because he can screw your game. And it's
yeah.
kind of the same with Melisandre, but I hate her a little bit much. I think she's more fair to play than Hotel. Hotel, I think it's one of the few card that I was kind of sad that
Hmm.
they didn't
Hmm.
change in the patch. I think they did a great change, great thing with the patch, but they forgot
Yeah.
Hotel NCU. But even though, now you see, I decide not to charge you right away and to take the horse to retreat with my flayman. Everybody gonna say, why did he do that and not charge right away? It's just because I realized that if I were going to charge you,
Yeah,
you will be able to
exactly.
attack me with your archer. And because both of my cavalry was already a little bit wounded, I didn't want to lose a whole rank and make them like not bad
Hmm.
but less efficient. I decided to retreat with my flayman. At the beginning, I was thinking to make them retreat to my left, but I realized that was a bad idea because if I were going to do this, I would have been outside
The
of the
range, yeah.
issue order range. Then you're gonna see that I realize it, and I'm gonna retreat only an inch toward my poor fellow, and letting you spend your activation with your archer before
And
charging
here
you.
we I think we kind of missed it, but you activated Ruse on the horse. You placed a panic token on my Kingsman, but then I played Stag's Wit, so I gave the panic token to your flayed man. And since I controlled
I was so
when
mad.
since I controlled the envelope, I could put another token, a panic token on your cavalry. So that I really like this card because you receive a token, but instead you give it to two enemies.
Exactly, and it was the second time that you played it. It was very good because me, I was really, really, really wishing to put a panic token on
Hmm.
the Kingsman because I wanted to do like the Queensman, be able to have a panic
Yeah.
to screw your order that they make them like
And here
survive with 1-1.
I was quite confident that you that my Kingsman would survive because of again last stand. It's I have good morale. I had four morale there with the tree, so I thought I won't be lucky twice. That unlucky twice. I won't roll snake eyes again on them. I'll be able to keep them alive for two or three more attack to give time to my faithful
Yeah,
to come in and
and
my archers to attack.
yeah, and do great damage. Now you saw me; I was able to do like 9 hits, and he
No,
was not able to
no,
save a
that
lot
hurt.
of
That hurt.
them.
Eight.
I think I make you
Yeah.
6 wound.
Oh,
8? Okay.
eight. Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
devastating attack on the Kingsman.
And that's why on when I play Lannister, Usually, I almost always take two cavalry, two knights of Castelry Rock because they're so good at dealing damage. Yeah,
On the chart. Oh yeah, and I agree. Now we saw you pass the panic test. That means that
yeah,
your commander
with
let you heal
Dauntless.
one in your unit. And now we see my issue command card. I was holding it to be able to charge again with my Flayman. The second charge on this turn and try to kill your king's your commander unit.
And this I was well, I was anticipating it that they would be maybe not that fast because the 8 wound really hit hard. But I was anticipating maybe I had to use last stand the first time on this round, but not that fast.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was hoping to make you trigger twice your last stand this round
Yeah,
because I knew that with my and you see, again I'm a little bit lucky with my dash roll. I think I had 2 6. That means another eight. Try to kill your tree guy with the attack. That meant that you needed to pass a last stand for the attack, another one for after the panic tech if you
yeah.
fail it. And we see you failed the last stand roll. I was this one I was really lucky. I said maybe the Queensman had
Uh,
a panic token, it was okay.
yeah. Oh, it was because of intimidating presence. I needed a 5. Yeah, yeah. So
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
again the
yeah. It's
intimidating presence
very
saving
strong.
my
Yeah,
life. Yeah, and that's the reason because at the start when I create this list, I was going to be with 3 knight
yeah.
of Castellary Rock, but after that I say no.
It's very
Intimidate
good.
having one unit with intimidating presence add so much value in
Yeah,
my army. I was not. I was kind of forced myself to bring a
absolutely.
Flayman
Yeah,
unit, and in this game it paid me
yeah.
so much, and I didn't regret my choice.
And well, here I knew the game was over because I had one unit with 4 morale, one unit with 5 morale, and they both missed a last stand on the first try. So I was like, wow, that's
Yeah,
just
for
crap.
sure.
You
I,
play your maneuvers very well, but there sometimes if the dice don't work, it doesn't work.
I know that was like heartbreaking, but the game is not over.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
see
yeah, yeah,
something at
yeah,
the end of the game that's gonna surprise everybody. But now I took my search forge to be able to go on the flank of your archer and be sure that you were not going to able to attack my cavalry when you're gonna play first. And in my mind too, I was in a very good position because I was telling myself as soon as I kill the archer, it's gonna be too late in the victory point. And if I want, I just flee with my
exactly, yeah,
cavalry on an
yeah.
objective, and with my poor fellow, I'm gonna be able to win the game at round 6 without you being able to do anything
And
about it.
now I see like this, I see I'm very badly positioned because I have one my good infantry unit. It's just out of range. It's useless there, and the archer is sitting there like an idiot in middle of two
In
cavalry.
front of two cavalry.
So
Yeah,
so I was really not anticipating to lose my
yeah.
two tanky units as quickly. Uh,
Exactly. If you see why I put a wound in my cavalry, it's because my commander was on the objective card that
yeah.
let me heal a wound in
Hmm.
a long range, and that's the reason why I had a wound in my cavalry. And now, lucky again, you take the crown to do a big combo with Melisandre, but I just draw intrigue and subterfuge that allowed me to just do a panic dance, and I just barely pass it with
And
my
this was really for me. It wasn't losing my 2 units that was clutch. For me, it was this action that was clutch for the game because if you see, both cavalry have 7 wounds left. So each I only need 1 damage to drop them to 1 rank. So I took the crown with Melisandre to each give them 1 panic test, and both had panic tokens. So my plan was to just drop them to 1 rank, and with 1 rank, the archers can survive just the time for my faithful to arrive to attack. But you played intrigue on one of my panic tests, and you passed the other. So it was not gonna work. Yeah,
It was bad. Yeah, exactly. And I was lucky on the panic test because, like you saw, I rolled a six and a one, and I had a panic, and you did the right decision to make me re-roll my six because I have one chance out of six to pass it, and I roll a six again.
and here
And
the other reason why I took the crown also is because I had one card in my hands that I knew you were gonna try going to destroy my archers quite quickly. Uh, but the I had one very good card that I'm going to play soon, and it's
yeah,
buffed with the
and
crown.
you said that you was a bit lucky with your save, but still 6-1 were really good. I play Ermi Roar because I wanted to do as much as damage I could with the panic dance. And you see, I made
Yeah,
4 wound. The only thing that we make wrong on this one is when you're gonna play your last end, it's you're gonna make me 10
10
attack,
hits.
but it should have been only 6 because the panic test is not supposed to count in it.
I think yes, because panic test counts as part of the attack, and it's once the attack is completed.
Are you sure?
I have the final strike. After an enemy completes a melee attack, for each wound the defender suffered, the attacker suffers one hit. So completes a melee attack, it does include the panic test.
But you just learned me something. Oh, that means that the card is even
Yeah, it's
stronger than
super
I
strong.
was
And
thinking.
the because I knew you were going to attack me, so I rushed for the crown because this gives you -1 to your defense dice. So 10 hits, 4 plus, technically should deal you 5 wounds. I think it dealt like 3 or 4, which is it's quite good.
But was
No,
not enough to
no,
destroy the unit.
definitely
But
not.
me, I was kind of scared. Again, I charged a unit of Baratheon in the flank, and again, it hurt me so much. I was like, after that, I was not terrified, but I understand the strength of the Baratheon's tactic card and the resilient and the when they create the faction, they said that it was a
Yeah,
attrition
yeah.
fighting army style, and I feel it in this game really much. I hurt you, but you hurt me back so much. Then
Oh, and
it's not easy. And we see that as soon as you can, you take the tactic zone. You make me pass my moral test. I add 5 wound. I roll a 3, and
yeah,
you kill my unit. Again, you didn't attack me, and my
yeah,
unit
and
died.
that from the card and the panic test. So yeah, they're super strong for this.
Exactly. I was like, oh my god, you were able to destroy 2 of my unit, and he never
Yeah,
attacked them. That's crazy to
yeah.
think about it, you
But
know?
yeah, it's
That's
super
why
strong.
I was impressed by Melisandre and Jaqen combo. Because if I failed the panic test, 5 wound is
Mm,
incredibly a
mm.
lot, you know? Now, okay, now you saw, because I charge, I reroll my dice. After that, you make me use the weekend token, I roll again, and
And they're dead.
I succeed at 6, and now we see you're dead. Then at that time, the game was over because
Yeah, you could just retreat
the fact
and
that
take the two objective. Yeah,
exactly, you're gonna see. I think I'm gonna sit on the central objective. That means that I killed 3 unit. I was on the center objective, scored two other point. One, I was 6 to 2, something like this. And okay, like, now we saw you play your card that make me put 3
yeah,
token of my unit, and I really didn't want that because I was scared of the panic, and I said, okay, next round maybe with Melisandre Jaqen it
yeah.
can really hurt me. I wanted to stay free
Three
from
token. The trio
tokens,
mech token.
but
Yeah,
exactly, but I failed the counter plot, and you were able to put me the 3 token. And that reason, now I knew that the game was over because even if you destroy my cavalry
yeah.
unit, I was going to
Mm.
win with the victory point. And because yes, you can do a lot of damage with panic. 5 with Melisandre, 5 with Jaqen, and 3 with the crown. That means 13 point of damage
Potential. Yeah,
in a round. But because if you do this, that's mean that I'm brain dead because I let you play your 2 NCU
Hmm.
without reacting with mine going on the purse or
Hmm.
blocking the crown. And I knew that my poor fellow have their innate ability
Yeah.
to heal with their order, and they were sitting down on the objective that were
Hmm.
healing them at
Hmm.
the end of each run. That's the reason why I knew that the game will not finish that you destroy all my unit on the game if I decide just to flee. But it will not have been a good battle report, and I decide
For
to
sure.
choose
For
violence
sure.
and go charge in your unit and finish this game like a real man,
Because
not a
because
coward.
when you play in tournament, your only goal is to win the game. But when you play for battle report, your goal is to make it interesting. So yeah, it's
Yeah, like the gladiators said, the people
yeah,
want blood. You need to
yeah,
give them blood. But we wanted to do a great show. But even in tournament, it's not always true. If you see that you can get your table your opponent out, you do it because you knew that if it's a tournament that not is not like going to give a lonely winner because you don't have any enough game for
yeah.
the amount of player, you're gonna win with victory point and the point that you
Hmm.
destroyed. That means you need to consider
Definitely,
it.
yeah.
But in this game, I knew that because of Jaqen and Melisandre and the ability of your faithful, you really could kill my cavalry if I go charge you. I decided to try it for fun, but I think that in a
You would have
tournament
backed,
game, I
yeah,
will have saved my
yeah.
cavalry unit and just play like a coward.
No, for sure.
And like we saw, we now we begin the next round, and I knew that I have a lot of activation advantage on this one, and I decided to play my other Lannister plays. That was kind of dumb card in my end. I just play as soon as I can to get rid of it. It's this card is so
Yeah,
great,
it's very
but
good. Yeah,
it's like bribery. Those two cards, you want them at the beginning of your first and
yeah.
maybe second round. But when you go
It's
late in the
useless.
game, when
Yeah.
you draw a
Hmm.
bribery, yeah, you draw a bribery, Lannister pays that, you say,
Yeah.
fuck.
Do you like the new
It,
Tomen attachment that lets you draw bribery and hear me roar?
it's not Ermi Roller, the second one.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
oh no, it's fealty to the crown. Sorry, fealty to the crown and
Yeah,
bribery.
I like it. It's a good option. I don't know if he's gonna be in my top NCU, but I see him get some play because bribery at the beginning of the game is crazy good. What I dislike is you need to control one of the tactic zone,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and if my opponent rush, I think it's the perp you get bribery. That mean that if I'm not first player, for sure I'm gonna go sit on
Hmm.
the perch
Hmm.
to stop Tomen. And second round, maybe now it's not the best choice to go sit on the purse right away. I think it's good. I think if you're first player, he is
Yeah.
really good. But if you are a second player, first round, I'm not
Hmm.
sure that
Hmm.
I like him that much because after that you need to sacrifice NCU, and maybe you will have need
Yeah.
them for other stuff. Now you see me, the luck turn. I fail a couple of panic tests in a row, but now I push a 11, being able to save my guy from a huge hit from Melisandre. And me, you saw that I went on the envelope to stop you
Hmm.
taking
Yeah.
more tactic card, and because my guy was full health, I was not thinking that the purse was the good choice. And you saw me rush the crown because I didn't want you to make me like the triple crown, the triple panic test in a row. Because you see, we saw you like make another big panic test on me.
And you succeed again.
You
Yeah.
saw I just told you dice. Now you
Yeah.
play your
Yeah.
panic test. Now I do mine. And you see, I was lucky. I
Hmm.
passed it again, but another three on the panic test. That means that if I failed it,
Five,
it was like
five again. Yeah.
five wound.
Super strong.
Yeah,
Like this,
it's super strong.
this game, I learned two things. It's this combo. It's very good. It can deal a lot of damage, and I'll never again play a game without having at least one unit of cavalry. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's so true. Melisandre with Jaqen copying her, it's crazy good because the damage output that you can do is crazy. It's just not reliable.
And yeah, no,
You know,
for sure, yeah,
you ta- you table me my
yeah,
2 unit of cavalry with it, but at the end of the game, when you really need to push it and kill my unit, I was
exactly,
able to
yeah.
pass my panic test.
And especially Baratheon, me, I absolutely love Champion of the Stag, more even than Freedman of Orchestrally Rug because they give two tokens. They give Weakened and Vulnerable, which is I don't think a lot of units in the game give two different tokens,
Mm,
unless I don't remember something. Without attachments, it's just built in. So that's very good for me. And the two
exactly.
plus defense, it's ridiculous. Two plus with five morale. If you fight like next to a weirwood tree, like we did at the beginning of the game, it's so good, so hard to kill. I really like them, especially again if you invest another point for the Stagnite Noble. Uh, is no, it's the Dragonstone.
It's two
No,
point.
the Dragonstone Noble.
Okay.
You add to the Champion of the Stag for 9 points. That's really a dangerous unit because of the free maneuver or free charge. That's so strong.
Yeah, that's true. And now we see a couple of things. You activate your unit, you try to charge, you didn't roll high enough. Me at the beginning, I play.
Yeah,
We showed the card a little bit late, but I played the Tywin card that give you -2 to your moral test, and we saw you failed the moral test. You were not lucky, and after that, I charge you, and with my knight to try to table you out of the
and I
game.
had the card on the Faithful. I don't think we showed it. It's I don't remember the name of the card, but it gave me +1 defense. Yeah,
Exactly. And now we saw that you roll 3 save, and I
yeah.
what
So I got 3 damage. So that's I lost a rank. So that's one more wound. And I pass panic test.
exactly,
It's
and
one
you
more
made
wound
me a
again.
wound.
So it's a
Yeah,
attrition, a very good attrition. They give.
exactly. And now you're engaged. That meant that if I attack you again, yeah, you show the card. When I attack you, you were
I
missing.
forgot to use their ability that I get you 3 hits before you attack me.
Yeah, and we decide to play it just after it. That
Yeah.
means another one to my guy. And that was okay because in
Oh,
my mind
it's hard. Yeah,
we were
yeah.
still in the battle. And but now because I destroy you 2 rank, that meant that if I decide to attack you again, it was going to be
Yes.
6 hit, and I was
Six
impressed.
hit.
Six
It's good.
hit, it was
Yeah.
it's crazy good. When you are not using high value armor unit, these it can
Absolutely.
really destroy your opponent
Like
really
let's
fast.
say Umber Berserkers or even poor fellows with 5 or 6 armor. You can die even before you can. If you're already missing wounds, of course, you can die even before you can land your own attack. So it's really good.
Yeah, and you see me, I just attack you. I was trying to kill you boys, and I just were able to kill one of your unit with my 6 dice attack. And we do this. You make your panic test. You fail it. I had play War, and now we're gonna see. You call me that you are playing Azor Arai, and I had my counterplot in my hand. Roll a one, roll a two.
And roll a two.
You're stinky. You Nick was still alive. I was like, oh, come on, buddy. I don't want to play another round. Just die.
That was
Oh,
excellent.
he was very good. And we're gonna play another run.
But that's a little bit of the not weakness, but downside of Melisandre is you have to deal 2 wounds to use it. So let's say I wanted to use it, I cannot because I automatically lose the game if I remove my last 2 wounds of that unit. So uh, uh, at that time, we start a new round. I couldn't even use her ability to try and deal damage to you because it's an instant loss. So I had to do something without it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we made a mistake. Right.
Possible.
I don't see you giving me my six wound. No, not like six wound, the six X because I attack you.
Six hit. Oh, maybe I forgot
Maybe we forget
again.
it.
Maybe. Oh wow, that's a bad thing. Wow.
I just didn't see the dice roll, or maybe we did it, and because we're attacking, it was the strike.
Ah, maybe
Because I
maybe.
remember that you did it once to me.
I think yeah. But now like you take swords, I should you should get another six
Yeah,
hits now.
maybe it's then maybe you should have done it twice. Even though I don't think the result will have been the
Oh yeah,
yeah
that's one, two wounds.
yeah.
But it's
But it's for
in fact
it, and
it's
we're gonna see it because it was it was funny. I oh yeah, exactly. You make the order, and that was the it on my. I rolled the four die. I hit
to
only
attack.
two. You're gonna no. Oh, because I was vulnerable, and you remake reroll my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
defense die. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, now I play my Tywin card. I remove the weekend to be able to put you
Hmm.
vulnerable and panic. I roll my four dice. I succeed my four hit, and in my mind it was kind of over because you only had like you know, two men left, but you roll actually three save. You and check me and say good game. I say
Yeah.
it's not over, buddy. But I have a vulnerable token,
But
and now it was over.
then I was dead. Yeah.
But really a fun game. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make me play against Baratheon that I didn't really play against them. It make me realize that their tactic card are crazy. Final Strike is so surprising. Stidewits
Yeah.
is infuriating, and it was a great game.
Next time I'll bring Renly side. You can try against them if
All
you want.
right. Now, on my last word, it was a very good practice for the tournament. I was surprised with my Knight of Castellangrod getting destroyed after my charge in the side of the Queensman. Melisandre and Jacken, I need to say, everybody, be scared of this combo. It's not reliable mage, but some factions don't have intrigue and subterfuge, and that actually saved me. That meant that if you're a faction
Mhm.
without it, be scared of this combo.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for me. Like I said, I really appreciate the critique, and yeah, it's true what you told me that the other faction, the not faction but sub faction from the Baratheon, are not played the same way. Than
No, not at all.
I actually in our play group, I didn't see a lot of friendly side play in Baratheon.
Well, the next time we go play at Abyss, I'll definitely bring them
All right,
to
maybe
to the
he's gonna
table.
avenge his brother.
Maybe, yeah. So it was a great game against a great player. Uh, for me, I know very well all factions, but I don't know Baratheon, so I wanted to play them to just to know how they feel, how to play against them at the tournament. And I would, if we were to replay this game the same, the only change I would make is I would remove Stagnite from Queensman because it's good, but it's not. I don't think it's really worth 2 points. Or maybe from the other guys, the Faithful, I would remove the archers and have a unit of Champion of the Stag, just to be able to fight back the ceaseless charges and to support the flank of either Kingsmen or Queensmen. I think it would have worked a lot better because the archers, uh, when I don't feel they could do a lot. Like even with the attacks, you have too much armor. It's not that much.
Yeah, I thank you on the for this battle report. Thank you, everybody, and I wish you a good night and see you on our next battle report.